Welcome back. Consumers will slip further into difficult times as of tomorrow when price hikes take effect. A 30-cent fuel levy is likely to take the petrol price higher by 85 cents a litre. The Energy Department makes that announcement tomorrow. Then there's the 9.4% hike in electricity prices, which also takes effect tomorrow. Add to that higher loan repayments following this month's 25 basis points increase in interest rates, and a staggering rise in food inflations. And you have to ask whether consumers will have to dig deeper into their pockets. We'll get some analysis on that, but first, just some quick breaking news. The ANC Top Six will hold an urgent meeting later today to discuss the implications of the Constitutional Court ruling earlier today. This was announced by the ANC Secretary-General Gwede Mantashe. So watch out for that. We'll bring that press briefing to you. Let's get back to those price hikes now. Well, Neil Roets is the CEO from debt management firm Debt Rescue. He joins us now to talk about how the increases we just showed you is likely to affect indebted consumers. Neil, good afternoon. Thanks for coming in.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much.
The grip on consumers certainly gets tighter from tomorrow. I mean, there are a few increases that take effect. Can consumers manage this?
Well, Devin, it's a very difficult time for consumers because, with the price hike kicking in tomorrow, as well as the electricity, one thing that people must remember is that it doesn't just affect consumers directly, but this filters through to the prices of other goods and services as well.
Yeah.
So this is going to have a devastating effect on consumers, and especially the lower income people and the middle class people. And we've seen a lot of price increases in the past couple of months, like the food price increases because of the drought and interest rates going up. Yeah. And everything just adds to the difficult times for the consumer. So no, it's not going well at all for consumers at the moment.
Let's take a look at each of them, all right? I want to focus on just the electricity hike alone and the recent interest rate hike, which obviously makes bond repayments a bit more higher. Is that enough to actually push people into this category of indebtedness?
Well, definitely. There's a lot of people who find themselves on the knife's edge, and an increase of, let's say, 250 Rand to 500 Rand is enough to push a lot of people over the edge, becoming over indebted. And we've seen an increase in the number of people who apply for debt review at Debt Rescue the last couple of months. And that's obviously because of the price hikes, and people just cannot afford it anymore. And on the other hand, people are also realizing that there is help out there, and that's in the form of debt counseling. So we see the numbers adding up, and that's just because of all the price increases and all the strain that consumers are going through.
It was an interesting fact on your press release there. Just give us some clarity on it. 75% of income of some of the people you've seen are actually owed to institutions. I mean, that's a staggering amount, isn't it?
Exactly. People are overexposed, and they owe 75% of their salary to credit providers, leaving them with not enough money to pay for their living expenses. And that is exactly where the National Credit Act comes in, and especially debt counselling, where we work out what a consumer can actually afford to pay back to his credit providers in order for him to have enough money to pay for his living expenses. Because in terms of the National Credit Act, a consumer is entitled to have enough money at the end of the month to pay for his living expenses.
But what happens then with a family or a person who's in the category of indebtedness? He's at the edge. Come tomorrow, he pays more for petrol, and of course the electricity goes up. What happens to that indebted person?
Well, that's exactly where debt counselling comes in. As soon as people find themselves in a situation where they are becoming over indebted and cannot afford to pay all their installments anymore, they have to go and see a debt counsellor as soon as possible, because the sooner you go to a debt counsellor, the more the debt counsellor can actually do for you. And that's exactly what debt counselling is about, to help consumers to pay off their debt in an affordable manner without losing their assets. Because it goes without saying that, as soon as consumers start to default on their payments, especially on secured debt, like home loans and vehicle finance, then credit providers are just going to start instituting legal action against them and repossess their houses and their vehicles.
Neil Roets, unfortunately not a happy story, but thanks indeed for joining us, CEO from debt management firm Debt Rescue. Thanks indeed.
Thank you.